welcome back to the channel, Sibling Rivalry. I'm Lynn. Ray is missing. Yeah, haven't heard from him. I don't know what's going on. Does he even know it's 11? But I'm here, guys. I'm here. And I'm feeling really good today. I'm just like in a great mood. So I'm not gonna wait for Ray. I just went ahead and went live so I can share this with you, this energy. So I just got back from California. And it was pretty cool because I saw a different side of Cali. You know, I've been to Cali before. I've been to the shore. I want to say up north more. And, you know, I did like a hiking trail. And like we came, like, it was just so weird. Like you were hiking, you were there on the beach, but you were like kind of on cliffs. And then there were like seals everywhere, like the sea lions. That was such an amazing experience. There were so many of them. It's like right there in Cali. That was crazy. Another time I went into the redwood forest where like the trees are just enormous. Oh my God, these trees, like you can't even like put your arms around it and like hug a tree out there. It's just, these trees are huge. So I've seen like a few places. I've been to like the major cities. I've been to San Diego. I've been to the Bay. I went to San Francisco. I crossed the bridge. Like I've done the touristy things. I've been to LA. But this time I was in the desert. And wow, it was definitely a magical experience. I did a couple hikes. The one hike went up to, I think it's called Fonts Point in Borrego Springs. And I went out there with a friend, and it was more like a calming, relaxing, like retreat. So we went to a dispensary, we got some great weed, and then we did these hikes. So I was hiking, went to Fonts Point, saw the sunset, and then went back for sunrise. So, you know, we spent some time there, and the view is just unbelievable. It's so vast. And it's just silent, just complete silence. And, you know, you don't get a chance to be somewhere like that often. Even when I do, you know, local hikes here in the Hudson Valley, you get up there and it's pretty quiet, but there's still some kind of noise. There's some birds, you know, you kind of hear the highway sometimes. You'll hear a car passing through. But out there, it was just silence. It was eerie to the point where I didn't want to think. So it forced me into almost a meditation. That was kind of cool, you know, and meditation is something that's hard for me, or it's been difficult. I am trying to learn how to just silence my mind, my thoughts, and kind of like shut out what's going on around me and just, you know, learn how to meditate. And I don't know, haven't learned it yet. So I'm in a great mood. And still no Ray. I gotta find out what's going on. Where is he? Ray, you're missing. Where are you? I have to find the right emoji. I love emojis. I had to double check my screen just now. So I have like the weather up top, on the top of my screen. I have the weather, and just below it is the time, and it said 10:45. So I guess that was the last time it updated the weather. But I was like, wait, it's not even 11 and I'm live and I'm talking shit about Ray? No, it's after 11. So I'm feeling, how am I feeling? I'm feeling really fresh and rejuvenated after like this weekend escape. I feel like I'm getting my thoughts together, which is something that I've spoken into existence recently, is wanting to get my thoughts together and wanting to kind of get organized and, you know, creating a plan so I know where I'm going next, rather than just trying to put out fires, which is something that we've spoke about like for me, for a long time, I was living my life where I was just putting out fires. Like as things presented themselves in front of me, that's like what demanded my attention, and that's what I would do. I had my babies at a very, very young age. I had Alex when I was 19. I was pregnant with my daughter when I was 21. So, from there, being 21 and having 2 children, like, life was difficult. It was fast-paced. Ray is coming on.
What?
So
You
the
talking
next
shit?
the next decade of my life was kind of just that, just putting out fires, just whatever was popping up that needed my attention was what I was putting my energy into. But now, like, my children are they're older and they're a little more self-sufficient. So I'm regaining a lot of my time and a lot of my brain power, I want to say. So coming out of like a nice relaxing weekend where I was able to kind of get my thoughts together and put things down on paper, I just feel like super prepared to like start gearing my life in the direction that I want it to go into, like set those goals and reach those accomplishments that I'm actually creating for myself rather than just doing whatever was coming at me. Ray, good morning.
Hear you talking shit. You talking shit.
I was talking hella shit.
Yo, she's still traveling. I was like, the show's canceled. I was gonna chill out for the rest of the day, and then the person was like, yo, we got a notification. The show's live. So I'm like, nah. So I go and I click on the YouTube, and I'm like, I see you talking shit.
Yep.
You talking shit.
Yeah.
I came on here like a wrestler, like in WWE. I was like, what? What?
Oh man, are you guys like building the hype around our weekend with the wrestling?
Oh my God, we did nonstop wrestling. They've been watching Raw. Then we started watching SmackDown. Then they wanted to watch NXT. I'm like, man, we're watching clips on YouTube. It's just like every day I'm in a brawl with these kids. Last night, we were like fighting for 1 whole hour. I was like, yo, we could make our own pay-per-view event.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
I got my ass beat with so many tools. I don't even know. We had a cardboard box hit me, freaking baseball bat.
Yeah, Lex asked me, I want to say yesterday, he was like, when is our, what the hell is it that we call it? What weekend?
What?
The,
WrestleMania?
WrestleMania. He's like,
WrestleMania
when's
weekend?
WrestleMania? I was like, 2 weekends, baby, 2 weekends. He got so excited. He's like, something to look forward to.
Yeah, 2 weekends, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I don't know, we could talk about it offline or what, but at least for one day, maybe we should go somewhere. And then kind of do something during the day as a family and then come together for the event in the evening. Maybe something local, just something to get out. Make it an event or something.
I like it.
So, yeah, we'll chat about it offline. Yeah, you didn't send no message or anything. I was like, man, she's not good. I was like, yo, she's probably in the airport or something.
What? No way. I pulled
flying.
up Zoom, like 15 of. I was like, all right,
No,
I have a couple
I was
minutes.
in Zoom. I was waiting.
No way. No way.
I sat here. I was waiting until, because Ollie's doing the dishes over here. I was like, man, Diddy's not coming on today. I was like, she's not coming on today. And I had my iPad all ready too. Look at that. Show on one side, my notes on the other side.
Nice.
Ready to rock and roll. See that? I was all ready. And then I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go play some Destiny. All right, so what's going on out there in the world? It's quiet today.
I was just in like a really good mood when I woke up, and like the morning's been really good, and getting back into the rhythm of like my typical week, and
Good.
I was like, Ray's not on yet. I was like, but I have so much to say, so I just went live and I started chatting.
So let's recap the weekend. How was the Cali trip?
Cali trip was awesome. I saw a different side of Cali this time.
Nice.
Like California is just such a vast state. You know,
Huge.
like I've seen so much already.
Yeah.
So to go over there and experience something completely different again, I'm like, yo, this is amazing. It's like the state that keeps on giving. So
Like
this time I was in the desert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did some hikes in the desert. I went through like some slats where like you were walking through just like between two mountains basically, and you only had like this much space in some parts. Like,
Yo, did you ever see that movie where that guy got stuck?
no, why
And
would
something
you
like
say
that. Like he got
that?
stuck. I think his arm was stuck and he had to like cut off his arm to get out.
No way, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Fuzz, welcome back. Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Is that a thing now? Taco Tuesdays. Taco
I think if we
Tuesdays.
hashtagged it Happy Tuesday, we'd probably like,
Start something?
yeah, we'd
I wanna
start trending.
something. I want to start a
I'm
hashtag.
telling
Those
you,
seem
it's
a little
something
dope.
so simple. It's something so simple that like once it clicks, like
Mhm.
it's gonna grow. Yep.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah. So all right. So I went through the slats. There was another hike I did that was like, it was mostly flat because you were in the desert, but then out of nowhere, like it just dropped down, and there was just like this huge like openness of the desert. And I saw sunrise there and sunset.
Cools.
So yeah, had a good time.
Did you camp out in the desert?
I did not camp in the desert. Come on.
Why did I ask that question?
No,
Man, that's on me.
no.
That's on me.
I thought of you so many times because like every time I was like driving around, I had a Jeep Wrangler, so I was thinking of you. So I'm cruising around in the sand over there, and I'd pass people like camping out, and they'd have like a tent on their truck or something. I'm
Oh,
like,
God,
oh man,
you
that's
just
Ray's
slept in the
family right
Jeep.
there.
Just slept in
That's
the
Ray
Jeep.
and the boys.
Yup. Which is funny because the one time we went camping, so we always take a tent site, right? Because I sleep in my truck. I got the like soft top over the back of my truck, so I sleep in there, and then the kids pop a tent, right?
Mhm.
And so next to us, there was like this like super tent. Like, I mean, this thing's like the size of a house.
Okay.
And like, you know, we started talking with the family, and the father was like, oh yeah, you know, we do this all the time. Or he does it all the time with kids. Because the wife was like, oh yeah, this is my first time. So then the next morning, they come out, and she wasn't having it. She's like you, not having it. And I'm looking over there. I'm like, bro, they had inflated beds. They had AC. I'm like, they had AC in their tent. I'm like, we don't even have AC. We have like little USB fans. They
How
always
the
die
hell
out.
do they
in the
have
middle of the night.
AC in the tent?
They did.
That's
They had
crazy.
it plugged in, and then it was like exhausting out, so you could see right where it was. And I guess because there was each campsite has electrical outlets and water, so you could just plug into that and then feed that into your setup, right?
Gotcha.
So they just plugged the AC right into it, and it was like, it's like, so I'm like, yo, you coming back, and it's like luxurious tent, it's glamping, and you still bitching and complaining. I was like, yo.
You know what? Some people just aren't cut out for that. They're just not. Like, you know what? I don't think I would, like, pass up on, like, a good opportunity because I didn't want to camp like that. Because if I had to rough it, I would. But
I think
I'm not planning that. That's not what I want.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. You're not planning it, but I think you wouldn't turn down the opportunity.
Right.
Like somebody's like, "Yo, let's go," and you're like, "Okay."
Fuck it,
Like,
let's
you'd be
do
like,
it.
Yeah, like, okay. There's gonna be beaches. Okay, so you'll go, but it's not like you're not actively planning like we are on our side.
Exactly. Yes.
Just like you. But it's the same thing like with me. Like, I'll go. Somebody was like, yo, we're going to Turks and Caicos. Yo, we're going to St. Thomas. I'll be like, yeah, let's go.
Yep.
But I'm not really looking for that, right? Because I know, like, for me on my end, I got to jump through a lot of hoops to go there because of, you know, our climate right now. So I'm like, I'm not really looking for that. But if someone's like, yo, let's go, I'll be like, all right, I'm jumping through hoops to go. No, I mean, you should see my YouTube. My YouTube feed is all about like camper topper, like rooftop tents. That's all the stuff. It's like at some point there's videos where it's somebody camping and they'll label it ASMR. So they won't talk throughout the whole video and they're just setting up camp, breaking it down, doing that. And I'll watch that shit. I'll fall asleep to that shit. That shit is my life right there. I'm like, we're in two different worlds.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's not a video I would ever watch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of videos. There are a lot of videos that I would never watch. Like the people eating stuff. Like what?
Oh, that annoys me when somebody's eating. Oh, it just annoys me. Just hearing no, thank you. It's like, unless I'm eating it. Like if we're both eating it, then I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. And I'm like, we'll make all of them. But if I'm just watching somebody and I'm not eating, I'm salivating. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh. So Fuzz is in the comments. All right, let's go, Fuzz. He said they are a part of Cali called the Salton Sea. It was a man-made lake that went wrong. Now it's a disaster. Oh shit!
I actually passed that. I went over to
Did
the
you see
edge
that?
of the Salton Sea.
Oh shit! You saw that?
Yeah, so I was probably about an hour from the Salton Sea.
Okay.
But the one day we were just like, fuck it, let's drive. And we drove for a while and it was completely flat everywhere you looked. Like every single direction. No mountain, no hills, just
nothing.
flat. Just flat.
Oh
my God, it was a crazy experience.
Oh shit.
And then finally, like we saw like a water thing and it looked like a mirage. Like my girlfriend was like, is that a sea? I was like, that's not the sea. That's not what you see. Yeah, and there was like a little mist over it. So like we drove a while. And it turns out you can actually like drive up to it. Like there's just nothing out there. You know, like there are no cities. Like there's nothing out there. It's all like dirt roads and stuff.
Damn.
So yeah, we like drove down through some of them and we finally got to it. And I took an awesome shot because there's like bales of hay.
You know what? You know what's killing me? That you get like all this sounds so dope, but you didn't take no footage. No videos, you didn't post nothing. I was like, yo, what's up? Like, why are you recapping? It's like, I don't want the cliff notes. I want the videos. I want to see.
I did take a lot of footage for you guys. And I shall post it very soon.
Clip it up.
No, but you know what? I need to show you this part right now because Fuzz brought up, the Salton Sea. I'm going to bring that one up. Let's see.
So while you bring it up, I'll read the rest of Fuzz's comments. So he said, imagine post-apocalyptic town, which that's crazy because when I used to work in Picatinny Arsenal in New Jersey, as the Arsenal was growing, they actually absorbed the town. So somewhere on the Arsenal, there's a ghost town. And I believe like they do like, like trainings, like op trainings. Like they actually go in through the buildings, the houses and stuff and clearing all that. But yeah, there's a ghost town. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Wow.
Like I never saw it. The 10 years I was there, I never saw it. There was some cool stuff I saw there. That place is pretty cool. That place reminded me of that TV show called Eureka, where they're always like working on weird, crazy things. That's what it reminded me of. It was actually kind of cool. I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. Kind of do cool stuff.
So I brought up the clip. I can share with you guys. I should have brought it up. I know, right? I should have brought it. All right, you know what? I'm gonna bring it up that way. I got you.
You gonna share the screen? You gonna do this professional? You gonna hold up your phone like this is me and the kids?
That's really what I was gonna do.
Like I'm your coworker. Like I'm your coworker, Susie. What do I look like? Steve from accounting? And these are my kids. And this is. Come on.
I caught myself though. Right before I did it, I was like, you know what?
You know what? I'll just
really
share the screen. Ooh, what a content! So Fuzz's last comment was some guy is going viral to fill up his 170 gallon RV. It cost him $900. So think about
gas in Cali was over $6
like
a gallon.
$6? Yeah, $6. Yeah.
I was like, how the hell? And made the mistake of paying with a card because it's a difference, cash or card, different price. So it was almost $7 a gallon.
You know what's the latest news on gas? They're gonna start. You have a limit.
Stop.
So they're limiting the machine and saying like you can only get like $100 worth of gas.
What?
They're rationing it. Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. Oh man, I miss the good old days. Remember when everybody was like, 2020 so bad. It's the worst year ever. And we were both saying we were just like, man, 2020 is a blessing.
2020 was a good year. It was a good year.
It was a good year.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a year of, fear and anxiety and, and death. But all in all, it was a good year.
It goes to show.
For those of us who are here, life, is continuing on.
Yes. And what you got to understand too, like that's a great filter. Like you could just instantly like go walk up to somebody and be like, so what do you thought? What did you think of 2020? And they're all negative, cut that person out of your life. But if they're like, oh, I made the most of it, and you can see like they're being a positive person,
yeah,
then that's the kind of people you want to be around. Because those are the kind of people that they're gonna take any kind of obstacle in their life and they're gonna, they're gonna make a positive out of it. So that's the way. That's what I've been gauging a lot of people. People are like, oh, 2020 is the worst year, yeah. I'm like, you know what? Stop your noise. Because I guarantee that they're just going by what the media told them they should feel. Yeah. Because if I ask them today, like, oh, so you don't think 2022 is kind of bad? They'll be like, no, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. It'll get better. Let's go, Brandu from Canada. What up? He said, I heard the government is giving out gas credit cards to help with the high prices. I heard that rumor too. So we're getting another, so it was a COVID stimulation. Now we're getting the gas stimulation? A stimulus? Like, oh, here's your gas stimulus. Here you go.
Hey, did we freeze? Are you checking like our feed?
Oh yeah, we did freeze. And we got the most funniest faces. What's going on?
Looks like we were both eating.
Yeah, what's up with that? So why did we freeze? Can they still hear us? What happened? Was it when you tried to switch to the video?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pull up the video.
It's not your internet because your internet, you're still connected to Zoom. What happened? Technical difficulties. Come on, we had Let's Go Brandu. Brando. Let's go, Brando. Technical difficulties. Check. Oh, man.
No, I can't refresh it.
So what, can you save